Hello everyone, my name is Annie Kashamura Zawadi. I am from the Democratic Republic of Congo, and today is the beginning of the 16 days of activism to end violence against women and girls. And the UN Women team for this year is Hear Me Too. Hear Me Too is encouraging women and girls who went through abusive relationships to share their stories, not only to share their stories but also to say what they have been doing uh, uh, to end this pandemic or to help other women. So for me, I was married for 20 years and I had 5 children. So we went through a lot of violence. At the end, I, um, I got a divorce, and then I moved to Canada with my 5 children and a $20 bill. So, of course, through the process of it, I understood so many things because all this was new to me. I didn't know someone who was beaten before by their husband or boyfriend. I didn't know all of this. So I was learning and I was as shocked as everyone else can be. Uh, but I also understood many things. For instance, I understood that, okay, women go through this and there's some men as well, but beyond the interpersonal, there is something that sustains all these acts of violence. And I think what I understood, the systems have to do a lot with the violence that people experience. So what I did really, I went back to school because my ex and I, we met at university. After that, I was not allowed to go to school, so I went directly back to school, and I got a specialist degree in gender and women's studies, and I majored in political science, so I can understand the system. I can't say I understand everything, but at least I have some tools, and I can speak with authority on the subject that um, in the challenges that women and girls face. So, what did I do uh, uh, to help other women and girls, or what did I do to contribute to the ending of violence against women? I started by establishing my own organization here in Canada, in Scarborough, the Rising Women Place, and I worked there for 10 years. And over those years, per year, we worked with at least 1,000 women and girls. What we did, we went beyond just helping women and girls. We also did a lot of prevention by educating young boys, high school boys, and we also trained boys and girls to be ambassadors and to go and teach their peers about uh, the sign of abuse, prevention, and how to deal with it, and how to get help. So I think we did a great job with that. We did that specifically because we believe that just dealing with people who were affected, it's not enough. You have to teach the men how to be good men, to be men who are not, who have positive masculinity, who are not abusive, who feel that women are equal to themselves. So that's why we started teaching boys on the topic, and girls as well. Um, Yes, so we did that, and we provided a lot of counseling. We were on advisory boards for ministries and for other organizations that deal with policies. We worked with the police, we worked with the courts. So it was an amazing chapter of my life, and I learned a lot from other women, and I'll speak on this in another video. So after that, I went to work in international development, still in gender-based, in women's rights. So through the channel of international development, And in those past years, what I did, I worked with communities, Canadian organizations, other organizations in some countries in Africa, government institutions, schools, the private sectors, the stakeholders, and the victims as well as the men. We work with traditional leaders and bring everyone together so we can see how everyone can contribute to the ending of this pandemic. Again, because we really have to be all of us in this together. If we don't, we will never end this phenomenon. So we did that. We developed program. We established very strong and strategic partnerships. We developed programs in access to justice because it's a big part of it. We developed programs in women in politics because if they don't have a political power, there is no way they can really protect the rights of other women. We developed plenty of programs in girls' empowerment through girls' clubs in schools and boys' clubs as well. We developed programs in women economic empowerment because if the woman knows the right and she's not empowered economically, she will be more likely reluctant to leave the abusive person or just to stay independent after she leaves. So she needs all these components to come together and to support her journey to freedom. So that's basically what we did. Beside working like the job, I do a lot of writing. I do a lot of speaking, public speaking, just because people are shocked. People don't know really what goes behind the doors. People don't know at all. They just hear, oh, that woman was abused. This man is abusive. But they don't know what it is. They don't know. They just have preconceived ideas. And mostly, if she is going through this, it's because she is bad or she did something bad. That's not true, So I think we need to continue to educate the general public, to educate our families, to educate the neighbors about what's going on between a couple or between two people who are having this violent relationship that most likely it's the woman who is being abused. I'm not saying that men are not abused, but today we're focusing on women and girls. So I think my contribution is really through my writing and my speaking, and I speak to everyone who wants to listen. Yes, so this year it's really a good coincidence for me that the team is Hear Me Too, because finally I'll be publishing my book 5th 1999, because 1999 is the year that really there was a breakthrough for me to come out of this situation. So I wrote a book. It was never published. This book will bring people inside this relationship on a daily basis for a full year. So the book discusses everything. There's no limit. There's no shame or guilt or fear of whatever I am sharing. It's just the life that we went through every day, the joys, the love, the hate, the manipulations, the money, the sex, the going back and forth, the laws, how you can just be trapped because the laws are not for you but against you. All these things are in my book, and I hope you will read it. It's now only in French because this time I wrote it first in French, and as always I translate my own writing. So for my friend in English speaking, we will have to wait for a while, but this December the French version will be out. So that's my Hear Me story for today, and stay tuned. Click on like and share, but most importantly, this is not a monologue. I'm inviting you to be a part of the conversation. So leave comments and invite other people to discuss the subject with you. Get involved, and you can also find me on Facebook as Annie Kashamura Zawadi, on Instagram Annie_Kash, on LinkedIn Annie Kashamura Zawadi, on YouTube Annie Kashamura. Thank you.